Right, first ride time. First ride on the Scrambler 650. Long awaited bike this for me. It's just so much fun, isn't it? Love a bike like this. Isn't it fun to have a bike that you can go 60 miles an hour on and you feel like you're doing 100? It's the old adage, isn't it? It's way more fun to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. You know, if I was here on a Fireblade, I'd just be all scared and, oh, too much power or whatever. I wouldn't know what to do. But this, even average Joe Blogs like me, could barrel down here having the time of my life, all for quite an affordable price. So anyway, before we get carried away, let's do the basics. Obviously, I've got the 650cc lamp, same as the Gold Star, same power output, same torque, same single cylinder noise more or less. However, the gearing is very different. And that's something we'll investigate as I ride this bike over the next couple of weeks. Different gearing. Okay, the other thing to note is, and I'm going to do this a lot because I'm a Gold Star owner myself, I have been since September 2023, so I've had it a while. The other thing to note is suspension. Isn't it refreshing to have a street scrambler conversion where they've actually got soft plush suspension? It feels like you're floating on a carpet. And not only do I like that on a road bike, floating on a carpet, that doesn't make any sense at all. Let's just go with it, let's roll with it. Not only do I like that on a road bike because the UK's roads are so horrible, you need some kind of impact cushioning when you hit a pothole or rough tarmac or whatever. It also means if you want to use this bike off-road, you actually can. All the competition, for example the Moto Morini SCR, the Fantech Caballero 700, the Royal Enfield Bear 650, they all have hard suspension, certainly at the rear. So when you take this bike, or those bikes, on gravel or across anything larger than sort of like shingle, you get the bang 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 bang, and it vibrates your fillings, it vibrates the mirrors. You can't, it just, you get a white knuckle, just not fun. It's nice to have a street scrambler they put plush suspension on, so that is a massive tick in my box. And so far, as I do this sort of B-road blast, look at this, it doesn't seem to have affected the way the bike rides on the road. It's not like we're wallowing through the bends and everything, so I'm very, very happy so far with this ride. Next point, this bike is similar to the Bantam 350 down the Gold Star 650. Reason being, Gold Star is very much sort of sit up and trundle along, take in the scenery, chug 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 chug, BSA rider, relax and everything. The Bantam likes to be thrashed, and this, with the revised gearing and wide bars and your more aggressive canter forwards, loves to be thrashed. It's really, really enjoyable. Really, really enjoyable. Oh yeah, it's really enjoyable. I mean, look at this here. Got a little bit of a bend. Lean into it. Back squirming a little bit. Oh hey, hey! It is so much fun. You can't really ride like this on the Gold Star, I don't think. Just the way that it's set up, it's just really different. This is much more, to me, it feels much more than just to jack up the suspension, add a few trinkets on that a lot of street scramblers are. Plenty of power for the road, as we all know, 47 horsepower. If you think you need 100 or 120 or 140 horsepower for the road, then this isn't really the channel for you. Oh yeah, it's just soaking up the bumps though. Well, it just feels really engaged. You know, I'm not an expert, I can't use all the technical terms, but I'm doing 50 miles an hour and I'm just having a lot of fun. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I can say about it. The front brake is super potent. You see the fork's got a bit of dive in there, and that's because you have got a little bit more travel than the Gold Star, and it's also plusher. Wider bars give you a little bit more kind of, you want to throw the bike around because you've got like more leverage on the bars. Also, as a little side bonus, you get way better visibility in the mirrors. Gold Star mirrors are quite annoying. You're like, oh, trying to see out. Try and go bar end, mirror extenders, all this stuff. But on the Scrambler, keep the standard mirrors. Fine. Man, this is so much fun. Rear brake decidedly average, but that's the case on most bikes these days. Wow, front brake is potent. Says Brembo on it, but these days, unless you're rocking Stylemas or some very high-end braking system, then saying Brembo, saying J. Joanne, saying Nissin, it doesn't really determine one being better than the other, the brand. You can just get a bike with good brakes, and like, you just have to test ride it. There's no hard or fast rule. Wow, so this is a little bit of a test here, where the road canters away. Will my Pirelli Scorpion STRs give me confidence? Yep, because we're an effective lean there of more than it looks, because the road's going like down like that. Talking of the tyres, lovely choice for a street scrambler. You can throw them around like road tyres, and off-road they give bite on everything bar thick mud. They're fine on gravel, they're fine on rock, fine on grass, unless it's wet grass, but when you get into the mud they'll clog up. That's just one of those things. You have to have proper knobby tyres for, look at this, riding the torque as well. 5th gear out of the bend, accelerate, roll on. Yeah, it's hilarious. I'm already enjoying this bike. Do I like it more than the Bantam? I think I do actually. Just that 650 engine. Might go for the overtake in a minute. But then again, she'll be up my arse, which I don't really want, because it distracted me from my my monologue I'm delivering to you guys. Yeah, that's addictive. That little roll-on, little burst, that little sort of like tug forward, yank on the arms. Yeah, really, really fun. I don't really like street scramblers when they're heavy. I think this is like 215, 218. Could be wrong. Doesn't feel that heavy on the fly, which is nice. It is a little bit annoying when you get one, it feels decidedly heavy, especially because the weight's usually high up on these bikes. There you go, got the free road ahead of me again. Whoa! Now this engine will rev to about 7. You don't want to go, look at this. I tell you what, having these little bikes, 650cc, all you need. God, that is fun. That really is fun. It's the bars. The bars give you this sort of like, oh yeah, I can throw the bike around. The engine with the revvy nature and the short ratios. I mean, I don't know what it'd be like doing 75 on the motorway. That probably counts against it, having the short ratios and 5 gears, but on this road it's really, really paying dividends, and it's so different to the Gold Star. Just turn up the rear and around the bend, bit of trail brake, and then you've got that torque. You can fly out of the bend in taller gears and off you go. Whoa! To be honest, I do think it's better than the other scramblers I've ridden already. I will find some downsides, don't you worry. I am kind of renowned for picking holes in BSA. Sorry BSA, I know that's not what you want to hear, but I'll find them. I'll find the flaws. They will be there somewhere. I'm just having a whale of a time. Whee! So, let's do some kind of stuff we should do on a review. Riding position, seats very big. It's kind of got a big bike feel, so if you're tall it'll be suitable for you, because you can stick your bum back on the big seat, and there's a reach to the bars. I've got short arms, so it kind of pulls my arms, but if you're taller you'll be laughing on this bike. The foot peg position, similar to the Gold Star, a little bit of an over a 90-degree bend in the knee, but perfectly comfortable. If anything's going to make this bike unpleasant, it's going to be the reach to the bars. Now I've got short arms, so that might be a problem just for me, not for you guys. Let's have a look at the rider's point of view as we roll into Bideford. drop down through the box, nice and snappy gear change. Of course, for me, I'm getting on this bike and I'm a Gold Star owner, so it's kind of like old hat for me. It just feels like it's not what I'm used to. Right, rider's view, pretty nice. As I mentioned, the mirrors are very good. You've got, oh, you don't have BSA branded grips on these. You do on the Gold Star, so they've obviously taken those away, unless they're just not showing, at least they're on the front. But looks like you haven't got BSA branded grips. Switch gear upgraded for this bike. It's gone from kind of 2015 Chinese level, which the Gold Star was, to a very, very high quality plastic. I would say up there with, probably up there with Triumph. The plastic just has a very good finish. There's no like awkward gaps. The buttons feel nice and tactile. Nice like dark red, not that kind of shiny plastic you get on the cheap stuff. Everything's nice and big. Look at these thick gloves. I can just reach everything, and yeah, it all just works. Cross brace, I like. I would put a little thing there. Get on the nod from him. Didn't get the nod on the scooter today on this very stretch of road. Naughty people. Nodding to bikes, so waving to bikes and not to scooters. Anyway, got the cross brace, which I like. I want a cross brace on my own Gold Star. I'm going to add one. And then you've got, ooh, the controversial, the offset instrument cluster. It's a reverse LED item. Let's talk about the good. LED, love it. It's retro, it's cool. It's basically a way you can have a digital display without going down TFT. Because if you think the Fantech Caballero 700 and the Bear TFTs, and the Motor Marini, actually, that's got a square TFT, which is even worse. Having a circular dial with a retro element to it is a winner on a retro bike. So, okay, we have got digital, but it's like 1980s digital. It's like Casio watch digital. It's the perfect digital. It's BSA branding there. Got the idiot lights around the top, and then people say, oh, you can't see it, you can't see it. On the Bantam and on this, I've always thought the view and the clarity was fine, absolutely fine. But people are people have different opinions, and some people say that in bright light it's not that visible. Up to you, you'll have to test ride it. Position, again, it's become a bit of a thing on the internet. Do we or do we not like offset instrument clusters? Personally, I don't really mind it. You just get used to whatever you've got. My Meteor 350 had offset, and it had a little tripper by there. Just kind of got used to it. It was fine, and I didn't get kind of annoyed by it. Yeah, in an ideal world, you probably have a right bang in the centre, but like you say, you just get used to it, and it isn't something that would stop you buying the bike, not at all. And then a few other little trinkets. You've got that lovely BSA filler fuel cap. Is that a Lamborghini? No, it's a Lotus. Very fancy, whatever it is. You got this little chrome fuel cap there, which is really shiny and special. I'm a big fan of that, as I am on the Gold Star. Bit of a pig to use. You have to get used to it. Mine's very like stiff. It's hard to use, but my gosh, does it look really nice. Established 1903. And then you got the teardrop fuel tank. Paint's nice and rich on this bike. Just pop in here before that bus runs us over. Look at this now. Grey all day, innit, in Devon, but there you go. Show you the mud on the bottom of the river, as I did on the last episode. But there you go. Do you know what? I'll put the bike into neutral. Very easy to find neutral. Side stand down. Nice big pad on the side stand. And I'll just do a little walk around now. Just step back a little bit. So you've got BSA on the seat, I just noticed, but instead of being white, black stitching in amongst the leatherette. That's nice. The cool BSA indicators, which I grew to love on the Gold Star. Little small things, don't need big garish indicators. And then just stand back a bit. Rear tyre, got a 17 on there, which is lovely stuff actually, because that gives you loads of flexibility. 17, 19, very purposeful. Big old rear shocks, The exhaust, I would say, is just a bit so-so. Not a huge fan of it. I'd love an aftermarket system for that. Imagine like Aquapovic or something on there. That would be a dream. Lumpy carbs, doing a cheeky bit of advertising. Open this so I don't sound all muffled. And then you got the BSA on the tank, got the more modern sticker instead of the red badge. Which, if it was just a red badge, it'd draw your attention a little bit to the shadow black edition of the Gold Star, the normal Gold Star 650. Let's have a look at the engine. Obviously the pipe and everything's black. Chunky pegs, again all very purposeful, all very nice quality. That's black. You've got additional trim pieces on, and the radiator is a little bit different. It's just really nice looking. Look at the polished fins stack as well. Doesn't look cheap, does it? I'll say that. It doesn't look like a cheapy kind of rushed together job. It looks like a quality product. That radiator guard with the honeycomb on it. Again, just little added details. And you got this, the big old Brembo brake at the front. Imagine an aftermarket sump guard. I mean, that is metal. You wouldn't need to change it, but imagine a big purposeful angular thing. I'll set this bike off. There she is. Pointy front mudguard. Yeah, but I've got no complaints so far. Alright, we'll end the first ride there, and I'll probably do another video on this bike and talk about it in more detail, but first ride, you can't really complain. Alright guys, let me know if you've got any questions and I'll address them in the next video.